like they do in the tech industry. So
you can have a guy behind the bushes. Just
Well, the guy in the bushes working the stream.
Oh my God, there's a real horror show right there.
What?
It's
What
Trump. It's a Trump stand cutout.
Oh, ew.
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 I'd rather see Pennywise.
I'd rather see Pennywise. I'd rather see Michael Myers in the flesh than that. Hi, everybody. Didn't mean to start off so political right off the bat, but we are on the way. This is the thing I was doing differently. I was talking about. This is not Theater of the Mind. I am here. It is the Tea Monster, and we're having a very busy kind of week. Of course, we're having a busy week because we're getting ready to do a season finale with Old Spirits. But of course, I forgot my inhaler.
Oh dear. Got time? I could go back and get it.
No, don't worry about it. Anyway, we are getting into the spirit of the season. We're going on a ghost tour, and
not too far from the house,
honey.
Well, we're in Lynch.
No, seriously, we don't want to. We're saying we're in Lynchburg, but we really don't want to give anybody.
We're in Lynchburg.
We're in Lynchburg, but.
Well, everywhere in
my wife really doesn't understand the concept of doxing, if you must know. Jeez.
Well, Lynchburg is a small town.
Lynchburg is a big, small town. That's the thing you find out about. It's a big, small town.
Yeah.
And
quite spread out, actually.
It is. It's. I mean, when I think of small towns, I think of Clifton Forge.
This is a small city, I think.
It's a small city. It's a small city.
It's big enough to have a Sam's Club.
Yeah, exactly. If you're big
That's
enough,
how I judge.
If you're big, you're a big city if you can have both a Sam's Club and a Costco.
Yeah, we don't have a Costco yet.
Yet.
Rumor.
That's the key word.
There was rumor.
There's a rumor now. Okay.
We're going through.
We're going through a very dodgy.
This isn't.
We're going to when I say dodgy, I mean Wi-Fi wise. We're going through.
Wi-Fi wise.
Yeah.
Well, we're in a town of hills and valleys.
So that means that the interwebs will be in and out. But great to see everybody on both Twitch and YouTube. If you can't see me, don't worry about it. The sound of the car noises make me sleepy. Yeah, that's the beautiful thing about driving an electric car. It's almost like it's like you're driving an ASMR machine. It's kind of cool.
Well, if I could, I would drive us over I really like driving over cobblestone.
I am not driving. My better half is driving. Thank you very much. You think after that chuckle F Doherty did with a perfectly good McLaren, and you think I'm going to do that? No, I'm not going to do that.
No.
Pip is driving.
I'm doing the driving.
Pip is driving secondhand. But thank you, Mr. Savick. You go right on quoting regulations. You keep me honest. Keep me honest. Now, hopefully, when we get to the actual historic site.
Are you telling them where we're going? No.
I'm not telling you where we're going.
I know where we're going.
You know where you're going.
But do they know where they're going?
No, I have. Well, I mean, unless you read the title, which is Ghost Tour of the Sandusky House. A touch of history and maybe some hauntings for Halloween.
Yeah.
And that's what we're doing. I hope she does too secondhand, but she does.
I do what?
You know where we're going. And if anybody wants a little light, here we go. There's a little bit of light. This is nice and spooky too. This is nice and spooky. Hello, everyone. I'm a disembodied head floating in an electric car. Make sure you drive green, everyone.
There's a sign that says vote.
Vote. Just freaking vote. I think
that's a fine sentiment. Okay, so we're coming up.
I would trick him, Pip, by missing turns. Hi, Chris. How are you?
We're coming up on it.
It's great to see everybody. So originally, yes, I was supposed to be doing a stream tonight. I wasn't even sure what I was going to stream tonight, and then hello, floating head. We've reached our destination. Oh, I guess we have.
There's
some gates there.
The parking's over here. I already did a recce. I did a reconnoitre. Here we go. Oh, there's
Okay.
cars here.
Oh, there are cars here. Okay, that's good. That's
See
good.
if we can find a park.
Yeah, we're here. We're here. And, yeah, because it's a tour, I obviously will not be able to, interact with everybody as much as I'd like to. But, for anybody that's curious, this is a
I can park there, right? There's no.
Yeah, you
That
can
one's
park there.
a handicap.
This one is the handicapped. So you can either park in front of this thing, or you can park in front of the other thing. But you might want to back up because right now you are crooked. You are as crooked as one of the presidential candidates, and we won't be going into that. Hey, Dark Phoenix, how are you? Good to see you in stream. All right, so we're here, and like I said, I will not be able to interact with everybody, but if anybody new comes into chat or if people come into YouTube, just let folks know this is a ghost tour of the Sandusky house. It will be lasting about an hour. Looks like the Wi-Fi is pretty good here, and we're just gonna have a good time, and then I will go on ahead and check with everybody at the end of the night. All right.
That's good. Let's go outside.
After the tour. So let's go
on the way home.
Let's go on in. Let's go on in. I think this is going to be fun. Oh, I know that werewolf. I know about the UK. And there's my lovely wife.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm gonna get up. Ooh.
Ooh.
They play werewolf music.
Are they playing creepy stuff? Is that? Or is
Or
that just a weird echo? No, it's actual eerie music. It's eerie music. Oh, this is nice. This is really cool. All right, let's go in.
They've got a nice.
Oh, we got people in costume, it looks like. Or maybe not. I don't know. I could be wrong.
They could be. Oh.
Here we go.
Yeah, I'm just gonna find the hello.
You know, I like to be over here. This is kind of a thing.
This,
I got my.
You can check in right here.
Oh, good. First and last name. Valentine.
I honestly thought outside was just a weird echo. I'm like, oh no, they're playing creepy music. Okay, cool.
Set the mood.
Yeah.
I also thought it was an echo.
Oh, you did? Okay, good.
I was like, oh, the ghosts have something to say.
They're coming for you.
I'm just already ranking them because I'm ranking this display.
So when my wife goes through the display, I'll just ask straight up. Do you all ever host private paranormal investigations? Or have thought about
I
it?
have not been asked, but I would talk to that man too.
The person who?
Yeah.
Okay, because that's what I do. So, or that's what that's what we do. And we just moved into the area, and we're looking for sites because I knew that Lynchburg has got a history. So yeah, I mean.
There's a lot of. Who's going to run the press? If you look over here.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of different places.
Oh yeah.
A lot of these are haunted.
Just straight up, you're not even gonna debate it. It's haunted.
Oh,
Okay.
no, I'm not going to debate it. A lot of the cemeteries, I'm not sure if this one is.
We are actually going.
Old City Cemetery
Yeah.
is haunted.
We are actually going to. Where are we going tomorrow?
We're going up to the old cemetery for the candlelight tour.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
a short paranormal investigation.
Very, very.
One of these ones here?
I don't think we have one. I think we ran out of those. But we do have for the Presbyterians.
Well, I can go
doing
ahead. I can go ahead and at the end of the night, I can give you guys my information because we'd love to. So my partner, who I do this with, well, shouldn't say my
I'm his
partner.
wife. He also has a.
I have a partner who she
also
claims
married.
is my wife. But that's a different story. So my partner and I, the paranormal, and our wives, we do this, and we came up. We stayed in Lynchburg, but we went to the Octagon Mansion in Whitfield. Oh, it's a good one. It's crazy. It's very it's like losing yourself in a history book because the guy who owns the mansion, he's basically taken all of these years, all of these decades of his time doing historical reenactments, and he's turned the entire mansion into this giant museum. And but he has covered it's organized chaos. So he's covered the walls. There's no negative space in this place. You don't know where to look, but it was fun. It was fun to investigate. But we were staying in Lynchburg, and we were driving by all these different places. And it was just like, I'd love to see if we can investigate. So if you guys have never been asked, I'll ask you tonight. But after the tour.
Hopefully the tour gives you a little insight about like what ghost encounters we have here and what goes on here. We do have like a wide spread of different types of interactions. Like from objects moving, we've had people in our neighborhood tell us that they've seen the ghost.
Have you?
I personally haven't seen the ghost, but I have had a lot of interactions with the ghost.
Oh,
I don't know what it is, but they really like me. It's quite weird. But I've only been working here for 2 years.
If we can make this happen, you're always welcome. You're welcome to join us, because I know that it's always good that if you're investigating a site, you want to make sure there's somebody from the site that's sort of like not necessarily chaperoning you, just making sure that you don't break the furniture or anything like that.
The ghosts here they're quite particular. They, I think they like what we're doing here because we tried to get the history out about what happened here during the Civil War. We remodeled the house to fit the time frame that what it looked like during the Civil War. We constantly tried to like show people the history, their names, the things that have happened here, the good things, the bad things, how it affected history. So I think they keep a low profile because of that, and I think that nothing really bad or like negative energy occurs from that.
I can count on one hand how many places I've gone to where the vibe, if you will, where the vibe has been bad.
Yeah.
And usually if it's bad, it's either there's one or two things. It's either trauma or people are not taking care of the property. And yeah, so I'll make sure to touch base with you guys because I do have some contact information I can share with you. This would be great. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm kind of stuck with
Going to look for my wife now. Wow, that was easy. That was easy. That was super easy.
What was happening?
Well, we just made a contact.
Within the first 5 minutes.
Within 5 minutes, we made a contact. We made a contact.
So that's good.
So we're going to be talking to somebody after this.
Oh.
We're talking to somebody after this.
I'm excited.
That's my wife, everybody. She's my paranormal good luck charm. That's the thing.
Right. You gotta bring me along to help you out.
Yeah.
It's kind of fascinating all the stuff they've got in here.
So if you're curious, this is what we got in here. See, I like it when you have this. When you have because that is a bit of trivia about the American Civil War. It was the first ever photographed incident of war. Everything else had been sketches.
Lynchburg was a big hospital city.
Yeah.
For the Confederacy.
I think that's everyone.
Okay.
Okay.
Lantern.
Oh, we got it's a lantern. Okay. All right, everybody.
I'm gonna take some pictures.
It's okay, baby. I got a torch. You're not gonna get it?
I don't want a gimbal. I'll gimbal.
I brought you a gimbal. Baby.
I'll gimbal on the candlelight too. I think that's when the gimbling will be. There'll be a lot of gimbling then.
Yep.
I made a comment that's not very well received by
Oh, this is perfect weather for a little. The fact that they got creepy music playing, I love that. I love that. Welcome to the Ghost Walk, everybody. Okay, here we go. Ooh, sorry, baby.
Okay.
Oh, and it's a nice small group too. I like this a lot. If the Wi-Fi holds out, even better. I have a flashlight with me, baby. If you need it. Oh, that's right. We all have flashlights. I have a sword. You have a sword. We all have swords. It's the 11th century, and we're barbarians. There was a what? Oh, yeah, you're right. Oh my God, look at that. It's like a little paw print. That's interesting. Okay.
Well, hello everyone. My name is Maya. I'm going to be your guide tonight. This is the Sandusky house. Welcome. The house is over 200 years old as it was built in 1808 by the Johnston family. We've had 4 owners of the Sandusky house, and it is now owned by the University of Lynchburg, and it partners with Her for Profit, which is an archaeology company, so they do a lot of digs and such out of here. This house has seen a lot of horrors. It's experienced the horrors of the Battle of Lynchburg during the Civil War, as this was the headquarters for the Union Army during the battle. But please do not touch anything as we go into the house, as we don't want to disturb anything. A lot of it is artifacts that we have uncovered, and we don't want to anger the ghosts.
That's for sure.
She's with it. She's on it. She's on it.
That's a nice, good size
Oh,
one.
look at that. Oh, I love that architecture.
Jeez, that was quick.
Yeah, that's all I was thinking.
If we had walked in here and there was candles and a Ouija board, I'd be out. I would be right out.
This is like the beginning of a movie.
Yeah.
During the tour, feel free to take pictures, videos. You can ask me whatever questions you have. Just stop me. I don't bite. But welcome to the formal parlor. This is not a normal living room. This was mainly used for weddings, funerals. When important guests would come, they would usually conduct meetings and hang out in here. So for funerals, actually, people died in their homes during the early 1800s, 1900s. You just died in your home. You were born in your homes. So funerals would also be in the home. So here at Sandusky, the body would be taken in here, and it would be laid on a table such as this one. And for 2 or so days, the body would lay here, and that would be the visitation time period. So during this time, friends, family from out of town can come in, pay their respects, see the family, but they would basically leave the bodies until they would decay and start to smell. And then they would, of course, bury them and pay their respects. But on a happier note, weddings were also held in this room. Colonel Hutter, who was the second owner of Sandusky, his daughter was actually married in this room. Her name is Ada Hutter. I will be talking about her later on. But this room is also special because we have our own personal song. It's called the Sandusky Polka, and it was written for Sandusky during Colonel Hutter's time here, and is very well known in the area and such. But during the Battle of Lynchburg, this was used as the headquarters for the Union, as I said on the porch. But their main area in the house that they used was this very room. When they occupied this room, they had a center circle table right there, and they conducted how they were going to destroy Lynchburg. And of course, their plan didn't work because they lost that battle, which led to them surrendering on this roof, which I will talk about later on. But we have reports, we have like letters and stuff that family members from the Hutter family have given to us, and it documents that one day, while a few of the commanders were in here discussing matters, a Union soldier was injured, and he came into this room, and he was injured on the leg, and he was bleeding, and we actually have a blood stain.
Oh, let's go. Let's go.
It's covered by the carpet now because we've done renovations, but it's right here. We have a picture of it.
Ooh.
You can see it in the light.
Oh, we saw one like that in Gettysburg when we were up there in a bed and breakfast. Something very eerie about that.
But
So you actually did you have it tested to make sure that it actually was?
it's so old and it's been through so many different resealings, we can't test
Oh,
it.
wow. Okay.
But from like artifacts of blood stains on these certain types of wood that were found in homes like this, we're pretty certain that it is a blood stain. Plus, with the paper
That's
that we
interesting.
found dictating that a wounded soldier was in here and blood on the floor, we're pretty certain that it's real blood. But we do not know if he lived or died. It was never dictated in the letter. But now we're going to actually start our ghostly adventure. So you can follow me into the
Ghost Tube said he hurt me.
What's the SANDUSKY code?
Ooh. Oh, Ghost Tube, you never fail us.
So this is our entryway. So how this looks right now is how we have pretty much figured out how it looked during the Civil War. We have completely redone the bottom half of the house to date back to how it looked during the Civil War. So the wallpaper, that was all specially made to fit how this would have looked back then based on pieces of fragments that we found of the wall and letters and such. But this room is actually pretty haunted. I would say it's probably like the third most haunted room in this house. So sometimes tours will come in, and one day a past tour guide was coming in, and he opened the door and he went to that keypad right there to type in his code because we have an alarm system. And him and the couple that he was taking a tour with, they looked up to this balcony, and right here in this landing stood a woman that he described dressed in 1800s white gown with her hair back in a bun. He saw her standing there, and she simply gave him a smile, turned, and went up the stairs and disappeared. This is not the only time that she has been sighted on the Sandusky property. She's been sighted here many times by a lot of tour guides. She hasn't been spotted here in about 2 or 3 years now, but she does still roam this area. And last Christmas, I actually had a ghostly encounter in this very room. So every year we decorate for Christmas because we do a Christmas event. And me and one of our past graduate assistants were decorating the whole house. We had all of the different decorations and stuff laying in here. And we had just decorated the tree in a different room. And I didn't put all the ornaments up because I thought the tree looked great. And I took the box in here, and I came and I sat it down right here, and I pushed it in the back because there's a slope here. I didn't want it to fall off or anything. And I walked right about to like where you're standing, and I was talking to the graduate assistant, and all of a sudden the box flew off, and it landed at my feet.
And you saw that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Landed right at my feet. Me and the graduate assistant looked at each other, and she asked me, she said, "Are you going to put the rest of the decorations up now?"
Maybe someone was complaining about it being quite finished, yeah.
Yeah, so I did indeed put the rest of the decorations on the tree.
Lady of the house.
But if you would like to move into this dining room,
It looks really beautiful at Christmas time.
it is very beautiful.
Yeah. We'll have to come visit at Christmas
I
time.
was
We do a
gonna.
lot of traditional decorations as well.
I was thinking maybe an investigation at Christmas time.
That would be nice.
That would work. That would work.
It's kind of like a rubber mat that a lot of homes back then had, so that they wouldn't have to clean the carpet. A lot of homes actually made these, and we get it specifically for how they wanted their house to look. But this is the formal dining room. The families actually wouldn't have dinner in here. They actually ate in a dining room upstairs above here. This was only really used for when they had formal guests coming in. It was a special time. When they would have dinners in here, of course, they would have the servants standing in the different corners. That's partially why some people say when they enter this room, they feel a dark spirit or like somebody's watching them, waiting for them to do something. A lot of the corners, people think they can sometimes see shadows in or just get an eerie feeling when they're near them. But the house isn't just the only haunted part of Sandusky. The grounds are actually quite haunted as well. We get a lot of reports from neighbors. A few years ago, we had 2 boys that lived right next door to here, and they told us it was a nice autumn night. They were having a fire, tent camping outside with some of their friends, and they were the only 2 left by the fire. Everybody else had gone to bed, and they were just hanging out, and all of a sudden they felt a really eerie, chilling feeling, and they decided to look towards the Sandusky house to their right, and they saw the woman in white that I described on the stairs walking through the yard. Once she noticed that they were looking, she stopped and stared at them, and then kept walking and disappeared. People have also reported in the neighborhood seeing Union soldiers roaming the ground like they're almost patrolling. I personally haven't seen the Union soldiers, but based off of the history of the Union being here, I know that soldiers are definitely going to be here. Where the visitor center is right now, that was actually where the Union medical tent was. We have reports of hundreds of body parts being buried under the visitor center. When Union soldiers would be hurt, they didn't have medical attention like we do today. They would just amputate it and hope for the best. So all of those body parts the Union soldiers left here, along with soldiers that were dead or nearly dead. They were left to die here on this property. But we do have other spirits that roam this house. We had a work study student, just like I am, about 4 or 5 years ago. She was coming into the archaeology lab, which is in the back of the house. If you look straight down here, you can see it. But she came in through the back door, and she went up to like this little side panel, like the one right there in the front door, to type in her code for the alarm. And when she did so, she felt that eerie feeling like the brothers did. And she turned and looked towards this corner right here. And she saw a man, a shadow of a man. She couldn't see any features or anything. It was just a dark shadow, just standing here. And then she turned around to type in her code, and when she turned back, it was gone. You can follow me?
So you said there's an archaeology lab back here.
Yes.
So are you saying this is an active archaeology site?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
We actually just did our last dig last semester.
Okay.
Yes. And we have a privy on site that we just renovated, and we had to move it because of a tree. So that was also an archaeology site because we had to make sure there weren't anything underneath that we would disturb.
So you and I were talking earlier. Do you feel like there's more paranormal activity if you find something? Like if you unearth, I don't know, pellets or or bullets or body parts or anything like that. Do you feel like anything? Have you all noticed if something ramps up at Sandusky House or no?
That's a good question. I've only been here for 2 years, so I can't give like a long-term
Right.
example of this, but I've mainly worked in the lab over my years of being here. And I think with working in the lab and being around all the artifacts, they interact with me more.
Okay.
A lot of the archaeologists with Herf and Profit, they work in here and the other building.
Right.
So I'm not sure if it's because I mainly work in here.
Okay. No, that's a legit answer. Thank you. Thank you.
Is this a closet? That is like one of the servant doors. That they would bring food in. Oh no, that's the same thing. Okay, yeah.
So what type of books are these? Like,
Some of these were given us by the Hutter family, and some of them are just different ones that we bought to fill it up and stuff that were around during the same time period.
Now, is this the Hutters?
I'm not doing my usual 2 second.
Yes, this is the Hutter.
Yeah,
Yeah, they've restored it really
Yeah.
nice.
Oh, that looks great.
it's been lost by the tour for like 8 years.
Yeah, but a lot of the stuff in this room is.
I know. Everything, they've really done a nice
But
job.
they seem to play with me.
Oh. Yes, Pip is running GhostTube. So I'm streaming. Pip is running GhostTube, and I'm really impressed with the Wi-Fi, the Wi-Fi in this area. So yeah, maybe we can.
Shall we stare into the mirror? Okay.
Just want to give myself a moment in the mirror. Make a little. Yeah, I am. Okay.
It does feel cold in here.
Okay, the little servant steps.
Right.
I walked in, it's different.
And it doesn't have some
Ooh.
chairs.
The most haunted chair in the house.
Oh,
There's-
there's a haunted chair in the house?
I would not sit in it.
Well, you might
Whose
want
chair is it?
I will get into that.
Okay.
Oh,
As
there
you
is a
walked into
weird
this
cold
room,
spot right
You
here.
may have noticed this stair set right beside us. This was actually the servant stairs, and we don't have any reported incidents with the stairs, but in a lot of old houses like this, a lot of servants and different people died on those stairs. They are so steep and so narrow, if you fell, you would most likely break your neck and die.
I think I would.
Just an interesting fact.
I'm so clumsy, I'd be first up against it.
There is a slight chill
Yes,
right here.
both
There
sides
is.
here in the house.
And here's a haunted chair.
But as I said, this is the most haunted chair in the house, and I'll tell you the reason for that. So, we have reports that 15 people died in this house over the course of 200 years that we know of, that has been reported, of course. And one of those people was Colonel Hutter, who was the second owner of the house. He was working with the Union Army and such. But one October day, he woke up for breakfast. He wasn't hungry. He told his wife Emma this, and around noonish, Emma came back in here, and he was dead in the chair. And during this time period, you would have to call in your doctor of sorts, and he came in, and he came over into their Bible that they used to keep right here, and wrote in his time of death and all the different sorts about his death. It was a natural death. There wasn't any foul play or anything.
That you know of.
In
That's
this
just
case,
because
there
recorded.
wasn't any foul play. There has been a few foul play incidents here.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Speaking of Colonel Hunter, he had a daughter, Ada, who lived in the room right above us. I'll talk about that room some more. But when she was about 13 years old, they had the kitchen / servant quarter area right in front of the house. But right over there, it burned down, so we don't have.
Sorry, I'm just feeling a slight impulse.
Way back, he wanted to break it. And he told all the other servants this. And
Okay, no lady in white. Okay. No lady in white. I'm coming back.
But unbeknownst to him, Colonel Hunter was waiting in Ada's room for him because he heard the reports from his other servants, and he shot him dead on the roof.
On the roof.
On the roof.
He deserved it.
He was trying to climb in the window.
Oh,
He was trying to
God.
rape his daughter.
Okay, that would do
So
it.
what, then, yeah,
That's yeah, cool. Great.
But Ada's room also has an attic door connected to it. And that is how the Union Army used to get onto the roof, which is actually over this section right here. And that's actually how they surrendered during the Battle of Lynchburg. They waved the white flag right there on the roof.
That's pretty cool.
Okay.
Y'all don't do tours upstairs yet, do you?
No, it's not finished yet, so we don't want to have any unsafe incidents or anything.
So you're still doing some renovations upstairs?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. But due to the soldiers surrendering on the roof, sometimes I've actually heard this. You can hear thick, old army boots walking across the roof. They're not boots that we have today. They're very hard. They're heavy. They're leather. They have buckles and stuff on them. They're hardcore. And you can hear them very prominently walking across the roof sometimes.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Colonel Hunter was also an avid pipe smoker.
Ah, here we go.
And sometimes when you're walking through the house, Greg has reported it in that room. I've smelled it in this room. Lab workers have smelled it in the lab. But as you walk through the house, you will get hit with a distinct whiff of tobacco smoke. And it's not like a cigarette that we smell today. It's very distinct, heavy, almost silky smell. And you instantly know that you're not alone. And it's odd to think about that, but we know that he definitely has haunted this house, especially with all the incidents that we've had with the chair and such. He also loved to sit in his chair and smoke his pipe, read. This was the family room. So everybody really hung out in here. They would entertain themselves with music, whatever they needed to.
You could hear his kid upstairs, so you knew what.
Yeah. Grab his gun and go upstairs.
Well, now we know why the gun was there to begin with.
Yeah.
Any stories about this? Because I noticed that this favorite chair is a rocking chair. Any stories of the
Yes.
chair rocking on its
Yes.
own?
That's what I was
Yes.
actually
Nothing creepier than a rocking chair.
gonna say. So multiple times I have walked in here. I know a lot of other people that I've worked with have walked in here and seen the chairs rocking.
No, see, here's the thing. You told me when we were waiting that you've never had anything weird happen to you, but now you're on your third. You're on your third story. You don't consider this weird? Wow. Okay.
She's a pro.
Oh yeah.
Man.
Run, rock.
Man.
If I saw a chair rocking, I'd be like, oh bye.
Yeah.
A lot of people have seen the chair rocking. It's pretty much like you see that a lot. Anytime you're walking through the house, the chair will probably be rocking at some point. Once you get into the room, it usually stops. It's almost like the ghost has been caught. They don't want to show
Having a good time until you showed up.
Standing up to accuse you, get you out of my room.
Or it's looking at you like, what do you want?
But
Keep going. Is that what it said?
also in the room above us, we are using it as our mending room. This was Ada's room, of course. And mending, we take all of the old plates and chamber pots and stuff that we've actually uncovered on site. And we're trying to repair them. You can see a few of them that have been repaired in the visitor center. But that's where we work. And one day there's another attic door up there and it kind of seals from pressure. And it's very hard to open. We usually just keep it open at all times because it's just so hard to open it. And one day last year, I think it was the spring semester, a guy named Mike who was working here, it was his last semester, and he went up there, he was getting out some more plates and stuff from the attic space, and he accidentally shut the door. And he was like, oh, crap, not supposed to do that, I can't open it. He was pulling on it and stuff, it wouldn't budge. So he came down the stairs, and when he reached the bottom of the stairs, he heard a big boom. And he was like, oh God, something just broke. So he ran upstairs all confused and worried. And when he got to the room, he saw that the attic door was back open. And on that note, I'm going to
Someone helping him out.
Someone doing him a solid.
It's a cool chair though. I mean, I was in a rock in a chair.
Come on, baby, rock for us right now. Rock me, Amadeus. Just rock me, Amadeus. Come on.
No?
I'm just gonna give it. I just want to see how tough it is to rock
It
this
looks
chair.
like quite a heavy chair.
Yeah, it is pretty heavy. It is pretty heavy. Oh, cool.
It is very strong, very solid. It really
Because he thought like something was on fire. He was
Yeah.
like, oh. He walked in there, and he said, as soon as he walked in there, and then kind of walked back, and it's gone. It was like, it was really weird.
So this is our archaeology lab. I have worked in here a lot. I worked in here all last year. And before this was actually the visitor center. Before the visitor center was built, this was the visitor center. And we did not have all of this. We just had some copiers, some printers, and a few tables. And our first intern and our first graduate assistant came in here to work one day, and they had set their purses and such on a back table that we had in this corner. And they went over to our copy machine and printer that were over here, and they were just chatting, doing their work, when all of a sudden, one of the girls' purses flew off the table and landed right in the center of the room, just like what happened to me around Christmas time last year.
But that wasn't weird. Like you said, that wasn't weird. You're good with this.
Flying.
As you do, right?
So what was this room originally?
So this room originally wasn't like, this was an addition to the house.
Yeah, that's what
This,
they
so
did.
the Johnston family first built the house. They built this about 10 or so years later. They ended up having a ton of kids, and they couldn't house them all in the normal part of the house. So this was actually a nursery just for his kids. There was
gracious.
probably about 6 kids and their beds in here.
That's
I
why
think
you
he
stick
had
them
around 8
outside the
kids.
house.
So this was the kid room.
It's like kids
We're
having
not
fun
sure
throwing
what the
pieces.
Hutter family used this room for. for. We don't have any letters dictating what it was used for. We haven't found any artifacts or anything for this room. So I'm not sure.
That's either somebody punking us.
Or we should
Well,
probably run away.
I don't know if y'all heard it. There was footsteps upstairs.
I just actually heard footsteps
Yeah.
upstairs too. Or if they weren't upstairs, they were outside. But I don't think they're outside. I thought they were upstairs.
Yeah.
You might have. You never know.
Yeah, exactly.
You do hear a lot of footsteps in these 2 rooms here.
Yeah, I don't know if there might be
So what's been the most interesting thing you've found on this property?
We found like opium bottles and stuff.
Wow. It's a party. It's a party.
But I mean, that was a common drug. People just
Yeah.
used that like Tylenol and ibuprofen back then.
Tough stuff then back then, wasn't it?
But we
It's like
actually
poppy juice for
found
Brother
a lot
Cadfael.
of belt buckles and little shoe buckles from when the Union Army was here. I picked floats all last year, so that's like we would do flotation, which is basically all the light little sediment and stuff that we dug up floats to the top and we collect it, and then I would sort through it. It's literally just like little pebbles and pieces of dirt. And while doing this, I actually found a lot of rat, little kind of like buckshot, but for rats. So I would find all the little pellets and stuff.
Rat buckshot?
Yeah.
I've never heard of
You
this.
know, like
Okay.
buckshot.
Well, I know what buckshot is,
A
but
tiny
but
buckshot for rats?
but
Yeah,
specifically
it's kinda
designed for
like
rats.
birdshot.
Okay.
Not for
Okay.
rats.
Yeah.
But for rats. Fair enough.
Really
Okay.
small,
Cats.
like I can't even make my finger small enough.
Wow. Interesting.
But I also found a lot of beads from the servants and stuff that were actually here. We found clay beads that they made, glass beads. So that was actually really cool. That was probably one of my favorite things that I found here.
Cool.
But during my time of working on archaeology, my first day working alone in here was probably the most insane encounter anybody has had on this property. And of course it would be me. But I was actually sitting right here in this chair. Greg had brought me in, walked me through the house and such. I've worked in here before, but never alone. We get in this room, and he looks at me, and he goes, "Oh yeah, by the way, the house is haunted." And I was like, okay. I didn't really believe him, personally. Like, I've heard about ghosts. Like, I'm not going to dispute it or anything, but I had never had any interactions before, so I didn't really believe him. And I sat down, I got all my stuff together, I started picking floats, and about 5 minutes into me working, I started hearing the footsteps on the roof. And I was like, okay. I'm starting to get freaked out a little bit, and I'm like, okay, somebody's punking me right now. So I just put in my AirPods, tuned it out, and about 15 or so minutes later, I started to smell the tobacco smoke smell. It was like all of the stories that he had told me of ghostly encounters had just happened in one day to me. And then I chose to ignore it again, because what do you do when you're a bit scared and you're having all these weird things happen?
And you gotta have, and you gotta get stuff done.
Yes.
And you gotta get
Yes.
stuff done.
And then about 5 or so minutes went by again, and I heard the footsteps again. And I'm like, okay, what's going on? So I'm like, I gotta get this work done. Like, I'm not a wimp. I'm gonna keep working. And about 10 or so minutes went by, and I was sitting right here, and all on this side of my body, I literally looked down, and all of my hair was standing up on my arm. And I was like, something's not right now. And that's when I looked right here where you're standing in this door frame. And I saw a dark shadow that the girl that had described it in the
Oh, in the
dining room.
Yeah.
I saw him standing right there. And it had almost looked like he was reaching an arm out. As I saw the shadow just kind of like morph this way. And it looked like an arm was reaching out towards this little key box right here. And all of a sudden, the power to the entire house went
Oh my god.
Oh man, that stinks. That stinks.
flung this chair back against the wall. All of this fell off, and I ran over to this door to get out. And we keep this door unlocked when people are working in here. It's really easy to open. Like, it's easy to open. And I got to this door. It's not very heavy. It's actually pretty light, despite what it looks like. And I am pulling on this with all of my might. I am freaking out at this point. The tears are building. And for almost 2 minutes, putting everything I have into opening this door.
You're still here?
She's like, I survived. I'm good.
It felt like a grown man was pushing his hands against this
That's
door
nice.
Wow.
and holding it so I could not get out of here.
That's not nice.
After
So-
2 minutes or so, I was able to open the door and run to the visitor center. And I was greeted by Greg, who was like, "Oh no, this happens all the time." So he didn't see anything. He was like, "It's fine," trying to calm me down. And the last thing he said to me was, "Do you still want to work here?" And here I am a year later.
Well, that I actually have 2 questions for you then on that subject. So most stories like yours, they're like, yeah, you can keep the tools. We're out, and they never come back. So apart from your GPA, was that the main reason you said yes, I want to stay here, or did you come to peace? How did you come to peace with something like this?
I mean, I'm kind of intrigued by ghosts. Like, even like when I was younger and stuff, I thought it was cool. Like, I loved like Scooby-Doo and stuff. That was my favorite show.
You go. Well done. Good taste.
But
Respect the classics. That's what I say. Respect the
I ended
classics.
up calling my parents, and my dad is a very big history buff.
Okay.
Like, loves ghostly stuff. We used to watch like Paranormal Activities and stuff. So he was like, "You can't leave now." He was like, "This is really cool. Like, we gotta find out why they were only doing this to you and stuff." And I was like, "Okay, I guess I'll stay."
He's like, you need to take out your phone and record this.
Well, that
I
brings.
actually did document it.
Oh.
You couldn't see anything in the videos. I just did like myself. I literally made a TikTok and I was like, me working in the lab alone after my boss told me to call me. And then I had a
modern
video
Blair Witch.
of
There you
me
go.
on the door crying when it would have opened.
So then that brings me to the next question I got. Before you started working here, you thought ghosts were cool, but I'm getting the impression you're like, yeah, it's cool. It's fun to watch grown men scream and run in the opposite direction when they say they're actually investigating a site.
Yeah.
But when you're pulling on the door for
But
2
when you're
minutes-
pulling on a door for 2 minutes, I guess the question is, do you feel like being here has made you a believer?
Oh, it has definitely made me a believer.
Interesting.
100%.
I'm so glad I'm
100%, and I
recording
will
this.
die on that. People ask me like at school and stuff, they're like, "Yeah, you're doing ghost tours. Is it actually haunted? Like, should I actually come?" And I'm like, "Yes."
It is.
It's haunted.
Who do you think it's haunted by? Do you have any guesses for yourself? Or?
So when I first started working here, I did letters. So we have a ton of letters that we've been given by the Hutter family, different people in Lynchburg, and what we have uncovered here on site. And you go through the letters and you just kind of, it's hard to see what they're trying to say sometimes. They had a lot of different wording that they used. Their cursive was pretty bad. They would write fast, so you don't really know what they're saying, so you have to decipher it. And I would rewrite that. And as you're doing these letters, you kind of figure out each person who lived in the house, their kind of personality. And through doing that for a semester, I kind of can figure out which ghost is around, because a lot of the people that lived during the Civil War here, the Hutter family was kind of jokesters and pranksters. They were very much so like some funny guys. Ada was actually like the prankster of the house. She would play pranks on people all the time. Colonel Hutter, he was very serious, but when he was around people that like he loved and cared about, like his family, he was a goofball in a sense. So sometimes when you have interactions with them, you can kind of tell who it is. Like, of course, with Boots, you know that's Union soldiers walking around. With Ada's room, a lot of, like, the mending room incident, I think that was probably Ada being nice. Like, she was a very nice person. She was known as Kind Ada. So I think it probably was Ada that helped out that day.
Who was the one that was holding the door shut?
I don't know about that one.
Have you had anything? I don't want to say malevolent, but more like just mean-spirited, because it just feels very mean-spirited. Oh, we're going to hold this door while this person has a panic attack. I mean,
I think that the Dark Shadow definitely is more nastier in a sense with their actions than the other ghosts in a way, like with the door holding and just how you feel when you're around that spirit. It's not like oh, I'm around somebody. It's, I don't like being around this person.
Interesting.
I don't feel.
Well, you get that with living people, so.
Yeah, you get
Dead
that.
people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Living dead. That's a normal thing. So yeah, okay.
But does anybody else have any questions?
Pretty cool.
I love that.
Well, we'll go back to the visitor center.
Okay.
Please watch yourself as we go back.
I did a nice job of restoring it.
I really don't want to think that it was somebody from the Sandusky Center that was tapping on the door, but well, no. The thing is, I've heard stories about people doing that at the Stanley Hotel. So you know, they wait until the tour's on and they do like that.
Just you can see where they added the addition.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see it right there. Oh,
It's really beautiful architecture, though. Really beautiful architecture.
Similar to Liberia House.
Yeah.
I think it's the same age as Liberia.
So, Screaming Dragon, hi. Good to see you. For those of you who are just popping in, either on YouTube or on Twitch to say hi, I'm watching my step here. I'm on a ghost tour right now, so I can't really interact freely. But once we're done here, I'll be saying hey in the chat. But for now, let me get a spooky moonshot because Halloween. Okay, there we go.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, there's a lady in the window.
That story about the landing, that I haven't quite let go of yet. For a second, I was like, "Is everybody seeing this?" But then I was like, "Oh, okay."
No, she's just that good at acting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get her a contract right now.
Thank you. There we go. They really deliver on this tour. Wow.
We're doing like funny pictures from her. Oh, I love the balcony up there. That's so pretty.
It's a great
I
house.
watch. Well, look at these pictures later, and they're really gonna be surprised.
Yeah, they'll be like,
There's no one on the top floor. She'll be like, "Excuse me, this is my house, Stacy."
I want to see some.
Well, I'm going to go back and re-listen to what I'm filming here because just in case there's someone there that wasn't part of our party.
please tell me there was somebody scratching on the door because it did sound like that.
I worked for the university, and I came for a tour years ago. But
Okay.
and the guy from Hurt and Profit that helps them with archaeology, I think he's passed away now, but he was telling me about the noises and the smoke.
Oh, yeah.
And he said
Did
the
you
smoke
scratch on the
smell
door,
was
the
so
back door?
strong.
No,
Was anybody around the back there?
it was me. I was back there.
But you didn't go on the door? Because
We-
everyone heard that, right?
Yeah, but here's the
I think she's lying to us.
here's my only issue with the door thing is that I've heard tell that when the ghost tours happen on the Stanley Hotel, the other staff members, when they see the tour, they'll tap on the windows as they walk by. And, I'm like, that's not
my
cool.
sister stayed in the haunted room.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sister-
in
they're from
the
Colorado.
room. Yeah,
Yeah.
the room. Yeah.
The room. Look at the beautiful full moon tonight. It's
I know, right?
It's kind of creepy too.
Oh wait, maybe I can get,
Morning when I woke up,
maybe I can get a good shot of that.
I could see clear as day.
Did I look ghostly?
You looked very ghostly.
Terrifying.
All right, I'm gonna. It's my.
Make sure that you get a shot of it.
I got it. I wanted to make sure I got the shot of the full moon for the opening credits for season 4.
I noticed this before when I came here on a Sunday. There was absolutely nobody here. It's dedicated to the Union soldiers.
So, I hope. Someone just said in chat, I am enjoying the tour, and I want you to. Happy Halloween! I hope this gets you into the mood.
We're going to have another one tomorrow.
Yep, got another one planned for tomorrow.
So they're the
and,
Hutters.
Oh, they're the Hutters, the people over the.
Yeah, so only
Over the fireplace.
four families.
Yeah.
That's not bad for 200 years.
Not too bad. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. This is a great place, and as you heard the chit chat earlier, they might be open to something. So I'm now gonna have some. I'm gonna have a chin wag with somebody. I hope.
At this point,
Well, those kids were all raised.
Sounds like they're
I think they
That was fun.
respect what we're doing
That was fun.
here at Sandusky.
That was a lot of fun. Well, that's what I was gonna ask you. If these books are for sale, ooh, Images from the Storm. I wonder if this is-
I want to buy books.
Any chance for my wife to buy books? Any chance for my wife to buy books?
Carriage house. They had a carriage house around here somewhere too. I think I've seen that in Jersey.
They were hitting. The Cape Crusaders. Did
They're,
you guys watch that?
yeah, feel free to check out all our stuff.
See, that's my thing, everybody. If you want to get into ghost hunting, you better enjoy history. At least the way we do it. The way we do it. The haunting is always the secondary thing. It's about the history.
Ooh, look at this one. It's a lot.
The New York Times completes. Honey, if you want that, I would say get it. Oh, but I love this. Listen to this. How about this one for $5? Civil War Curiosities: Strange Stories, Oddities, and Coincidences.
We'll get that one.
We'll take both of these. We'll take both of these.
I was hoping to see something from.
Oh, wait a minute. I think we.
Great series of books.
Yes, sir.
There's a great series of booklets called Ghost Stories of Gettysburg.
Oh, we know it. We know of it. We definitely know of it. I'm gonna sit you down, chat, while I have a chit
I
chat.
started reading like 1 and 2, and then there's so many good stuff that I kind
Now, the
of.
cast talent in it, I think, is feasible.
We really wanted to
You
go
need
to
to
the
go stay there.
We've stayed in
Because
a.
in each room, they have a guest book, and the guests write. If they have a paranormal thing, they write it in
Yeah.
the book. And I've been there and gone and read the book.
Did you have any paranormal experiences?
I didn't stay there.
Ah.
I just went and read the book.
Oh.
I was told I might need to speak with you.
Yeah.
So my name is Keith. Pleasure to meet you. We just moved into the area, and one of the things we do is we do paranormal investigations, and we're always looking for places that need attention. And if you're interested in something like that, you know that I can speak on behalf of us. We don't use that back. We don't use that back. We don't scream. We don't yell. We don't run.
Well, we've worked with Historic Manassas. You should.
Yeah, I should have led with that. We actually worked. We were just working last weekend with Historic Manassas. We did a public event, similar to this, but we actually did a paranormal investigation. I don't know if you're interested in anything like that.
Take my card and send me an email.
Oh, you bet. You bet.
Send me an email, and we can talk about it.
Absolutely.
How about this one and that one?
Definitely be in touch. And it's
It's good seeing you again, honey. You come around more often.
Excellent. This is wonderful. This is wonderful.
I was like, I haven't seen you forever. It took me
Hey now, let's go. Let's go.
a long time ago. It feels like forever.
We got contact info. So we're one step closer, everybody. We're one step closer.
Thank you guys so much.
Someone get in touch with Phil Rossi ASAP. Pip, did you want me to see if these books are for sale? I'm assuming.
Books, right?
I'm assuming. Okay. Okay.
The librarian.
Mr. Grid. Okay. Thank you.
So I know we're gonna get these two.
Alrighty.
My wife is still looking, so we're just gonna wait. We're gonna wait and see until she's done.
Are you from the area?
We just moved into the area.
Oh, have you been downtown? There's a ghost shop.
Yeah.
Oh! They know me. They know me. They knew me already.
A lot of his money.
I spent a lot of my birthday money there. What?
I want this one. I missed out on the talk, so.
Oh,
I'll get the book.
right. Oh, is this autographed?
I don't know. Is it? I don't think so.
And if you haven't been, the Old City Cemetery does really good ghost tours.
We're going tomorrow.
Oh, we're going tomorrow. Going tomorrow. And
The only one I didn't sign up for was the Presbyterian one, but now I'm like, maybe I should go.
so here's the thing about when
Yeah.
when you go to graveyards for investigations, it's low hanging fruit.
Yeah, that's
You know, everybody's there in one spot. Of course, they're going to want to talk to you. But no, we just last weekend we had a public paranormal investigation. My group hosted it at a place called Annaberg. It's a mansion in the middle of Old Town Manassas.
Built by a beer baron.
Yeah. But the coolest story, and was it Nora who was our guide just now? Maya. Your story about the pipe reminded me of this. We're all heading down from the 3rd floor to the 2nd floor, and I stop in the stairwell and I look at my group and I go, "Do you all smell that?" And everybody smelled perfume. And I said, "No one here is wearing perfume." And they said, "You told us not to wear any." And that was just. It was a very satisfying evening. A very satisfying evening.
Technology, it's a scary thing.
What's the place? There's a house in Bedford that Mary said was really haunted.
Avenel.
I can add
Avenel?
my haunted history collection.
Apparently one of the most
Yeah,
haunted
They'll
places
be
in
in
Virginia.
There's a book on Avenel that tells some of those ghost stories.
If someone says this is one of the most haunted places in Virginia, there's
like 7 of them.
It's certainly
no,
one
there's
of
like
the most
20
haunted
of
places
them.
in
You know, I mean, it gets a little outrageous. It gets a little outrageous.
Avenel,
what we
they've
do
seen
in
like the woman
Yeah.
sitting
Every
in
place
the
is
rock.
haunted.
Virginia seems very haunted. There's a lot of
It's
places.
the Old Dominion, baby.
Well,
It's the Old Dominion.
it's just because there's so much American history.
Yeah.
There
yeah.
is.
Jamestown.
And
Yeah,
all
we-
of it,
We went
everything
to.
that comes-
I was telling
Battlefields.
Maya.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
telling Maya about what. See, I was here with my team, well, the immediate team, which is my wife, me, my buddy Phil, and his wife. That's the immediate team, and we were staying in Lynchburg, but we were actually here to investigate the Octagon Mansion at 585. That's in
And
Whitfield, and it's like getting lost in a history book. It's just there's just stuff.
He's collected a lot of things.
Yeah, and some of the things are pretty cool. Some of these things was like, oh,
Kinda
okay,
weird.
so you collected bits of
Dirt from Gettysburg.
bits of dirt and wood chips. All right, you know that works for you.
If you grab everything,
Right.
something's gonna be
Something.
cool.
But then he had these gems, like he was basically telling us a story, and we featured the story. But there was a story where a buddy of his found an old Brownie camera, like from the 40s.
Wow.
And it had somehow been perfectly preserved in this guy's footlocker. And he said, "Should I take it to Walmart or something like that?" And the guy was like, No. He said, "I know somebody that can do this, but the only thing I ask is I get a copy of whatever is on there." And about 2 months later, he got his photographs. And they were taken on December 7th, 1941 in Hawaii.
Oh my god.
He had the kill shot. He had the kill shot of the. I'm getting chills thinking about it, but he had the kill shot of the Arizona, and I'm staring at these pictures, going, "You found these in an attic?
Museum.
Crazy
It's like your
pants."
manuscript.
But good stuff.
Don't do that to me.
Anyway,
All right, are we ready to
apparently
roll?
we live in where Jubal Early and the Union
Oh,
soldier were
Jubal.
fighting.
Oh, Jubal. Oh,
We
Jubal.
encountered him elsewhere.
Jubal. Yeah.
And was it Winchester? No, not Winchester.
It was no Middletown.
Middletown.
Yeah. The Wayside Inn. The Wayside Inn. There's a lot of neat stuff in Virginia. A lot of neat stuff
Okay,
in
well,
Virginia.
thank you so much for.
Thank you. This was
showing
great.
us around.
I have your contact info. I do,
I
right?
have books.
And you have books.
Lovely. I'm happy.
I'm just gonna get a backup just in case. Okay, thank you very much.
Good night. We can slowly wander back to the car.
This was so cool.
This was very cool.
I hope you guys enjoyed this. Did you
I
enjoy it?
loved hearing ghost stories. Maybe if we just stand out. Should we stand out here for just a second in the dark? just
I'm so proud of my wife.
stand out here in the dark.
I'm so proud of my ghost hunting wife. I really am.
So here's my thing. I didn't want
Yeah.
to say it to the blonde.
But-
She was very sweet and very brave. I'll tell you in the car when I get into
Oh, really? Oh, okay. So a little bit of intrigue. Yes, if anybody asks, yes, Pip was running GhostTube.
I want to
She was running the shit out of GhostTube.
You can sit in the car and look at it
Yeah.
and say, oh, what's up? You can tell me what to...
His name is Greg, and he said, "Yes, talk to my,
It would
you
be
know,
nice
send me an email." He basically said, and I said, "Okay, I got you."
Nice to do an event for them.
I was thinking, honey, I was thinking a Christmas investigation.
Oh, that would be
This place is decorated, and we do because that's what we did with.
like
Yeah,
what do they call that? Boughs.
Yeah.
Holly, and stuff
Boughs of
like that.
holly.
Look at that tree. That's a spooky looking
that
fucking tree.
honey, that tree.
It might be a witness tree.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's a witness tree. I would not. Cemeteries have a lot of sad spirits that don't have. I had seen them, by the way. Yeah, if you want to.
Well, the place we're going tomorrow is more than just a cemetery. It's
We had a
also
great
a
time.
pestilence house.
What? Oh, is
The
this
pestilence house.
The pest house.
It's called the pest house
It's called
because
the
it
pest
stands for pestilence.
Pestilence. Yes. Well, hang on, baby. I gotta put my.
Oh yeah.
Don't turn me into a ghost. I thought we were gonna sit here for a bit, but
Oh, you want to sit here for a bit?
the fact that they were playing like spooky sound effects, Guillermo. Hang on.
Here's what I'm going to say.
Gotta say it. Wait, spooky sound effects, Guillermo. Spooky sound effects. Creepy paper.
So here's what I was. We can move off.
What? Are you okay? Are you good?
I'm getting a little
Yeah,
heebie-jeebies.
you get the
actually.
heebie-jeebies. You didn't tell. Okay.
I was getting a little heebie-jeebies outside, actually. But here's my thing.
Oh, Secondhand loves your Halloween top.
Oh, thank you. It's my favorite little thing for
A little fine from, of all places, CVS.
So here's my
Okay,
thing.
talk to me, baby. Talk to me.
So she was talking about a man that jumped on the roof and tried to SA the daughter of the
Yeah.
house. And I'm like, the young woman who was leading us around, she was a cute little thing.
Maya, yes.
And the bit where she was saying it was like someone was leaning on the
door.
door. I was like,
Were you getting? You were getting.
I was getting a nasty I didn't want to say that. I didn't want to put that in her head. You know what I mean?
But yeah. That's where you have to be very careful about what you're sharing with.
But yeah,
folks.
there's the spooky house.
That was crazy fun. That
And
was
only
crazy
an hour
fun.
long, but you know.
Yeah. That
But they
was
should
fun.
definitely do something because they're obviously they need money for
They
restoration.
need money for restoration, and I would actually pitch it to this guy. If you want us to do a paranormal public event, we just have to make sure we clear it with Phil and Tina. But that was a neat house. That was I wonder if they'd give us access to the top of the house if they're still working on it.
Yeah.
Well,
probably not because
we have-
liability
Well,
issues.
if we sign a waiver and all that, but we have a.
If we fall through the roof, it's our own fault.
Well, no, it's no different. It's no different than Annaberg, because they are still working on Annaberg and the
That's
upstairs
true.
of Annaberg. So there is
Annaberg's a
that.
bit newer than that house. That
It
house
is.
is 1808
That's true.
or something.
That's close. Like you said, that's closer to Liberia House or the Ben Lomond House. Anyway.
I was getting the heebie-jeebies outside actually.
Really?
Yeah.
I hate to say this, but I think somebody was messing with us with the with the
I
door.
think so because otherwise I was being
Yeah,
like,
I was like, come on.
But I don't. But there
That's
was
tacky.
But there wasn't anybody on the roof. Well, they're
No.
college kids.
Well, yeah, I know, but I it was between a 30 and 40 minute mark. If I can go back
hear
through this
something?
and see that. Oh no! Oh man! Someone just dropped 1,000 Twitch channel points for a blurp sound emote. I'm assuming it worked.
Blurp?
Because I hate to break it to you, I'm not hearing it here because I don't have blurp enabled for mobile streams. Sorry, everybody. So real quick, I did want to tell everyone we do have something planned for tomorrow night, and it dawned on me. Oh crap! We are supposed to be launching our season finale tomorrow night as well. So
it's a tough time. The spooky season.
The spooky season. Oh, sorry, Drafty. The spooky season is a tough time. But here's the thing. Tomorrow we will be hopefully, knock wood, hopefully we will be going live 7 o'clock. I'm going to make sure I put something out there. But yeah, 7 o'clock Eastern time. We're going to drop for Drafty. Are you good, by the way? Are you good, by the way? With all the with the hurricane talk that happened, I know you're in Florida. I'm glad to see you. I hope you're okay. But yeah, I think tomorrow.
Just so you know, I'm driving by my memory. So
I'm sorry, you're what?
if I'm driving by memory, I'm not using the this.
Oh.
Yeah, so we could get lost. Just
Okay,
FYI.
that's fine. That's fine.
If
You
we
can
do,
always find a parking-
we'll end up somewhere spooky.
We'll end up somewhere spooky, Guillermo. Somewhere very spooky.
Yes, so
Wow.
we're gonna have the finale tomorrow night,
Finale tomorrow
At
night
7?
at 7 p.m.
and then
And then
we're
next,
walking around a cemetery with candles.
and then we're going to be walking around the cemetery.
Maybe with our
candles.
neighbours, because our neighbours
Yep.
actually said that they.
We've been digging Lynchburg. But
This is a very haunted town, Guillermo.
this town's got some juju. Not Clifton Forge juju, but still got some juju.
Oh, I think it's
And-
got just as much juju.
You think? Oh no!
There's more of it. There's more juju.
Get lost, Pop. I lost Pip. Get lost,
Pop.
Pip.
Pip.
Pop or Pip,
Pip
either
might
one.
pop.
Pip might pop. If we get lost, we get lost. I mean, so long as the Wi-Fi holds out, we're good. But I definitely want to see if we couldn't get OSI to investigate that place formally. Be interesting to find out if anyone has investigated that place formally.
Well, maybe not. Okay, I think I'm coming.
But it doesn't sound like they need investigation. They're like, oh yeah, this place is haunted.
That's
And
all we
she
want to know.
did. She did. Maya said, oh yeah, I haven't had anything really strange
Hold on,
happen to me.
Maya.
But then Maya's telling her, she was like, wait a minute, well, this isn't weird to me now. I'm like, no, that's not the way this works. This is not the way this works.
This is not the way it works. Okay.
But good on her and good on the University of Lynchburg. Did you need to waze it?
think,
Do you need to?
No. I know where we are. I know
right.
where we are now. Okay. But oh man, what we really need to do.
don't accidentally dox ourselves, okay? Don't do that.
I'm not doing that.
Okay.
What I was going to say is that we've got
Someone's
this.
got their Christmas decorations out.
A
No!
poo.
No!
I spit on you.
That's not right.
No, that is not right.
That is not right. No. Now you see, these are the decorations we should have out. Right here. Right here. These folks are doing
Just don't
it right.
dox us because we're about to come up to the street.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, that's what I was like, Maya, have you not considered?
I mean, Maya, look, if you happen to find this stream by some strange act of God, you've got the right mentality for paranormal investigation, because that girl she's a firecracker.
Yeah, she
To
wasn't
be able
going
to
to
just
get
be
run
like,
out like
yeah,
that.
I'm not going to be getting run out. It's like, wow, okay.
Yeah, well, she
there you
couldn't
go.
run out because the door was being held shut. That's
Yeah,
the-
that's a heck of a theory right there. That's a heck of a
Well,
theory.
he died upstairs, so I'm just saying.
Amazing. There are no YouTube videos doing an investigation there.
Huh?
Dark
interesting.
Phoenix just jumped. Ooh, bigger pumpkins.
Well, we could go and sit out on the porch and talk
I'd
for a
like to
little
sit
bit.
on the porch for a bit.
and get a little drinky drink.
I'm not. I mean,
I could do with a
I
little
wouldn't.
drinky
I
drink.
wouldn't say no
I
to a
feel like
little drinky drink.
drink.
Are you gonna make some with some of Chuck's
I was
magic
just gonna
elixir?
I was just gonna have a cider.
Ooh.
If I have rum. There's a light on upstairs. Oh,
No,
I think that's you
That's
left the light
my
on.
light. I usually leave that light on.
there's a light.
There's a light burning in the fireplace. What?
Where's my purse?
I don't know. I'm not the keeper of your purse.
Oh, I put it in the back. That's right. With the books. With the books.
With
The
the
very
books.
important books.
Can understand you Northerners putting up Christmas this time of year. Just don't plug it in. Exactly.
No, we're not.
Exactly. You give the turkey their day.
So you have enough anger issues with people putting up.
Yeah. When you put up Christmas before Halloween, I get super triggered.
The nice thing is,
I get super
bought
triggered.
some books.
You got books, baby.
This book for $15.
You got old books and new
It's
books.
The complete Civil
No,
War.
you got this one for $10. Wait, you got this one for 10.
Yeah.
Then you got that one for 5.
And this is a brand new
And
book.
that's a brand new
This
book.
is, you should tell them what Yankees in the Hill City is about. What it's about?
No.
It's about the POW camp.
That's right. Okay, so we have a Union POW camp in this area.
Like everything in Lynchburg, 5 minutes away.
Um,
No, everything is
I'm
5
just gonna-
minutes away.
I'm gonna keep punching you until
you're
you
not,
stop
'cause then you'll
until
be-
you stop
then you'll be
doxing.
against terms of service.
Yeah, but you gotta stop. You gotta stop attempting to dox us.
What do you want to say?
Everything is kind of 5 minutes away. I won't lie there. Everything is kind of 5 minutes away.
2 minutes away.
But yeah, so there's a high school in this area, right? There's a high school in Lynchburg, and it's built on top of a POW camp. No kidding. It is built on top of a POW camp. Oh, there's our light decor. We haven't put out all of our decorations out yet, but we do have this little gem. We do have this gem. We're gonna fire her. We're gonna fire up the girls. We're gonna fire up the girls on Halloween night. So that'll be fun. Let's see.
Did you want a drink?
I would love a drinky drink.
I brought us some.
Yes, that's fine. Put them up now so you don't have to do it in the snow. Well, apparently it doesn't snow too much here in this area.
Oh, our neighbours have got their deaf something they're going.
Oh yeah, our neighbors across the way, they have a yeah, they got game. They got a dead
Ginger
flamingo.
snap or summer sangria?
Neither. Do you have like a kick and cinnamon or something?
No, I
like that?
don't. If you
You
want
should have
to,
a kick and
you
cinnamon.
go and get one then.
Okay, then I will take
I
back
will-
whichever
I-
one you're not going to have. Which one did you not want
I
to
don't
have?
care. I'll have the sangria. You can have
Okay.
the ginger snap.
All right, I'll be right back. You talk to chat.
Hey, chat. So, did you tell them about the POW camp?
I finished the story.
So, quick history lesson on the area. Look at that. Spooky swinging. Spooky swinging. Sorry. Lynchburg during the... Oh, my God, I didn't mean to do that. I just turned on GhostTube, don't tell me. Lynchburg during the Civil War was a hospital town. It wasn't at the front lines, so they would bring people in by train, injured soldiers in by train. And a lot of the tobacco warehouses were turned into makeshift hospitals. Well, probably pretty decent hospitals because they weren't like field hospitals. And the other thing that Lynchburg had was the other thing that Lynchburg had was a POW camp for Union soldiers. A lot of those soldiers didn't survive. Listen to my creaky swing. A lot of those soldiers didn't survive, and a lot of them are actually buried at the cemetery we're going to see tomorrow. But yeah, the POW camp was...
Unfortunately, the ciders that we did have, I don't like any of those flavors.
You don't like any of those? Here, you sit here.
Now, you want me to sit there?
You sit there. I was going to go and find our big burlap pumpkin.
Oh, I want to save that for when I can actually get the
okay.
stream with it.
Alright. I think this seems like a tiny one now.
He's a wee
pumpkin.
But he's a wee pumpkin. Did he stop working?
Yeah, I had him running for a while, so I'm going to pop in.
Well,
and
I
get some.
thought he was supposed to recharge or something.
I don't think this one doesn't have a USB.
Oh, that one's
This
just
one
straight
just
up
takes.
batteries.
This
Straight
one
up
takes
batteries.
double A's. I'll be back in a sec.
Okay. Well, anyway, I was just gonna say, yeah, the ciders that were chilling were all ciders that you like.
Well, that's strange.
So I got a pumpkin ale. Dogfish Head pumpkin ale. Cheers, everybody. We must live closer together. There's a high school in my area also. No, afraid not. But is your high school buried on top of a prisoner of war camp? That's the real question. Is your high school built on top of a prisoner of war camp? Anyway. That's nice and pumpkiny wumpy. Nice. Anyway, hi everybody. Over on YouTube and on Twitch as well. We are multi-streaming. I probably should have had something other than investigation in progress. It's strange how that happens with the ciders. But you see, I have ciders that I like, but Pip likes the ciders with a little bit of snap, like the ginger snap one. She's got a pineapple coconut one. I'm more of like the cake and cinnamon. They actually have an apple cider donut. and it's really freaking good. This is Cobbler Mountain. Cobbler Mountain Cidery. Yeah, now that doesn't get you in the mood. Nothing will. I love this thing. It's all digital. It's all digital, baby. It's all digital. And the best part is it looks like a burlap there.
I got some Temu lanterns, and they showed them like flickering with flame. And what they do is they just.
Well,
they flicker, but they're not.
They flicker. They're not
there's not
bad.
Much flame situation.
Not too much flame, but it's Temu, baby. You always have to
Yeah,
look at
yeah,
anything
yeah.
you're getting from Temu with a grain of salt.
It's
So
all-
far, the only thing that Temu does exceptionally well are pet carriers, apparently.
Apparently, very good pet carriers.
Yeah, very good pet carriers. Anyway, welcome to our porch, everybody. We might have to make this a regular thing.
Porch talk.
Porch talk, yeah, porch stream. But
I would have put the ghost there if I'd known that we were going to.
well, or we can do this. We can just angle it to where. There
can
we
see
go.
him.
There we go. Now you got. Okay, what are we naming this little guy?
I don't know.
Juggle the friendly ghost.
Juggle. I don't know.
Anyway,
I feel like it's a Lynch
yeah.
name. So
We're
what
not
did you?
calling them Jubal. We are not calling them Jubal.
No.
Sorry, Jubal early was basically the biggest a-hole.
You didn't even. Did you show them the other porch decoration we proud?
Oh, I did. The twins, yes.
The twins.
I haven't turned it on because we're waiting.
We're saving them.
We're saving the batteries for Halloween.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah.
So what did you think of my theory?
What do you mean about the shadow?
The shadow did not sound nice.
The shadow did not. Even Maya said it didn't sound nice, and the fact that this guy was trying to grape somebody in the house, and the guy got shot on the roof.
And got killed.
That's what I'm saying. He got shot on the roof, and as we found out this past week, if you fall from a height of 3 stories or higher, you're only going in one direction. Oh, I went there.
I don't think he even fell.
I went there. Yes, I went there.
And I got books.
And she got books.
I'm very happy.
And she
about
got
the
books.
I wonder if they'll sell books
You
tomorrow.
didn't get that. You didn't get that joke, did you?
Yes, I did get that.
I'm just checking.
I
I'm just checking.
I just decided to keep on walking.
Gonna mute the
past it.
stream and lurk. Gonna call my fiance, say goodnight. Let you know when I'm back if you are still live. Thank you. But no, I probably shouldn't have said that it was an investigation because it really wasn't an investigation. And tomorrow necessarily won't. Well, tomorrow will kind of be an investigation, but not an investigation.
Pass
not
me my phone there, and we can have a look. And
not
see
on
what,
the not on the level of say Wildwood Sanatorium.
Yeah.
That was for those of you who made that journey with us. That was a crazy ass investigation. I'm not going to lie to you there. That was a wild time.
It was. So what did we get? What did we get tonight? Let's see.
But what I find funny though is that
Oh, we got a lot.
what?
We got a lot.
How many hits did you get within an hour? Within an hour? You did not get over 70 hits within an hour. No way. It's tonight now.
Yeah, the 17th.
17th of October.
So we
Are you kidding?
We scrolling. We're going down to 79.
In an hour? In less than an hour's time. Okay, we'll start reading them
Okay,
off.
so from the beginning, here we go.
Okay, so what you're about to hear are all the ghost tube hits that we got from this most recent thing.
Ooh, okay, this is
hit
going to
it,
be
hit it.
interesting. So I'll read them together if they came in the same minute.
Okay.
He hurt me, official. It's difficult. Mordecai. He hurt me. Mordecai, he hurt me was in the same thing.
And he hurt me twice.
Mm-hmm. In danger.
I wonder if the shadow is Mordecai. Okay.
In danger.
In danger. Jeez.
Interestingly, I got Locket a lot.
Did you take any facing the guide? I saw a man around her a few times. I didn't take photographs, but we did shoot video. I haven't asked you, Dark Phoenix. Well, 2 questions I haven't asked you, Dark Phoenix. One, were you okay with the little breakdown that I gave of the EVP that you sent? Because I did find it intriguing. I had thoughts about it, but I did share my thoughts on it. And second, do you feel like you have some kind of psychic ability? I'm the first one to say, because of my past, psychic abilities, as Pip can attest, for me, are kind of a hard sell. But I do think people can be sensitive to certain.
I
certain
got
things.
he hurt me within 3 minutes, twice within 3 minutes.
Wow.
In danger, locket,
Wow.
watching you,
Wow.
plausible. Let me, Irwin, Saturn.
What?
It's the
Wait,
sit-in.
Sit-in? Oh.
The big S.
The big S. The big S.
Play with me. Okay. Yellow. Can you repeat? Whole heavy locket. My
I'll
death.
make sure. I'll make sure that the VOD is available.
We need.
If
keep
not later
going.
tonight, Friday.
Hide
yeah,
now,
Friday.
lightning. I need to
Okay.
go. Hot.
Okay. Thank you, Dr.
She is
Felix.
touching you.
I remember the she is touching you bit.
I was hurting. Can you hear him?
I was hurting. We've rarely. I can't remember a time where we've gotten a he hurt me or I was
I'm
hurting.
listening. I'm listening. Window. I'm listening.
Okay.
Window.
Hang on. Stop. Just stop. No. The so we Baggins' favorite word. This is the more proper. This is the proper noun. This is the formal proper noun for demon. But I'm just saying, there are a lot of people who have issues with GhostTube. I am not one of those people. Right now, GhostTube is selling it. They're hitting everything on all cylinders. And one of the arguments people give against GhostTube is, that's because the mic is listening to what you're saying. Pip actually, and I need to make this into a 5-minute paranormal, but Pip actually did an experiment. Would you like to tell people what you did and where you were?
We were in Linville Manor. I was the first one awake, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So I was listening to what Alex Matsuo said about is AI listening to your voice and then responding. And so I went downstairs because if you turn off the microphone, you can't record from GhostTube.
But we had a camera recording.
So I turned on the video.
Yeah, we had a camera recording Pip.
And I just read out what it was giving me.
That was the point, was that it was still giving her relevant things to Linville Manor, which I thought was interesting.
Ooh, I got anger.
Wow.
It's warm. I'm not from here. Well,
yeah.
stand with me, visit me, hanged. Ooh.
Stand with me, visit me. Wow.
Oh, I also got museum, which was interesting because
That's very interesting. Yeah, yeah.
I thought it was the stories were pretty.
But I mean, if they're renovating and it's an active archaeological site, no wonder they're like, oh yeah, this place is haunted.
Actually, when I went there and I just walked around the grounds on a Sunday when there was nobody else around, it was pretty active as well. GhostTube was really popping and locking. So I was like, oh, okay. Oh, there's a moth there.
That moth is desperately trying to get into this house.
I want to be your friend.
You don't want to be in this house. We got predators in there.
It will be the death of you.
Yeah, it will be the death of you.
So, what did you think of Sandusky?
Color me intrigued. I want desperately to get back in there with Phil. I have a feeling we could get some really interesting stuff while you were there. I'm actually gonna look back and see if I can't find. It was at the